Hi guys and welcome to our YouTube channel Run Johnny Run with me Johnny. I hope you're well. So we are on now week 12, so we're now 3 months knee deep into our 16-week block of marathon training. This week being the peak week of the training, and then we start trailing off then for the next couple of weeks into the Manchester Marathon. However, from today that journey ends for me. Unfortunately, I've picked up an injury which I am unable to run the marathon in, which is very disappointing. However, it is what it is and I can't do anything more about that. Luckily, the injury doesn't cause me from not being able to run. It just means I can't run at a longer distance because it pulls and hurts and is uncomfortable. So I've got Manchester half and Leeds half coming up in May, so I should be able to do those and continue the training that I'm doing at the moment. However, my marathon training is done. Moving forward, I'll still post on the YouTube channel because I still want to be able to do some content because I'm quite enjoying the editing side of it and trying to present in front of the camera, which is very difficult. I'm not very confident. However, it's good. And we will see what that looks like. So I just thought I'd pop on and let you know that. Please like, subscribe and share the channel. Enjoy the video and I'll see you in the next one. See you soon. Bye. So yeah, there you go. So I spent the last couple of weeks behind my editing because I did Nottingham 10k and then I did the Liverpool half, so that put my editing behind. However, after that I was out running and I started feeling a niggle in my groin. I ignored it, which was a completely wrong thing to do. Please don't ignore your injuries. I thought I could shake it off and unfortunately it just got worse. I was out doing a long run on Sunday and then it started to really kind of tug and pull and started to be painful. So I went to the physio. She has advised that I do not run any long distances, so I'm okay with 5-10k's, just a light jog, but I'm not to run the longer distances. So in her professional opinion, the race is off for me, which I'm absolutely devastated about. However, as I've just explained in the intro, it's not the worst thing in the world and I will be able to run the Manchester half and the Leeds half. Just need to take it a bit easy. I've had some really tough weeks in terms of mileage. I've had some really tough weeks in terms of how I felt in my head and lack of confidence, and I'm in a really good place. So that's what's annoyed me more than anything else, is I feel really good. I was on for a decent time and that is not going to happen. However, there's always next time. I've run it before, I'll run it again. I'm just in a really good place and I don't want to let go of that momentum, so I'll discuss it with the coach, or I will have already discussed it with the coach to see what the plan is moving forward, but we'll just take it step by step. And as I said, I'm going to have myself a holiday, so I'll go run in the sun and just have a bit of a chill while you guys are all sweating your asses off around the marathon courses. I'm not jealous at all. I'm very jealous. I wish everyone on their journeys the best of luck. Please look after yourself. It is going to be one amazing event and one amazing experience for you all if you've not done it before. It's an absolute epic journey, and when you see that finish line, I guarantee you will absolutely be so emotional. I look forward to seeing all the results and the photos whilst I'm sat in my sunbed, and you know, have the best of time. Anyway, enjoy. For me, the journey is not over, it's just paused. Let's just put it that way. We'll continue what we're doing. Have the best of time and see you all soon. Bye.